Welcome back into the Morning Loop. In an effort to find his enslaved ancestors, one Dallas man found his roots on a Marshall slave plantation. Now, this quilt was made on the plantation, but it now resides in the American Museum over in Britain. Our Mariah Conduff spoke with the man who's asking King Charles III to return that stolen piece of history.
Things can only stay covered up for so long before the dust starts to blow away.
Eric Williams began tracing his roots back to slavery.
And one lead led to another lead,
Leading him not only to his great-great-grandmother Miriam Williams, but also the chalice quilt, which was created on the Mimosa Hall plantation in East Texas, now located at the American Museum and Garden of Great Britain as a cultural artifact.
We contend it was stolen, just like their lives and livelihood.
Since the discovery, Williams wrote a formal request for the return of the quilts.
I wrote it to whom it concerns, King Charles and the American Museum in Britain.
To help spread the word, he's teamed up with East Texans that support his cause.
I think it's so important for we as African Americans to know our history, know our beginning. So that really sparked me to really get involved. And I suggested to him that why don't we get that back and see about getting that into the Martin Luther King Museum, which is where it really belongs.
So our mission is to heal the wounds of slavery. And wounds of slavery, the main one is the disconnect from family.
In efforts to mend his ancestral disconnect, we embarked on a journey to the plantation.
You know, it was shocking, being overwhelmed, and then see your name up in there beside the slave master. So that was really overwhelming.
I thought about all the things that they must have endured as a slave.
Many believe the quilts were more than just colorful textiles, but rather secret codes to the Underground Railroad.
Our ancestors were so brilliant. It was always a message on how they could escape to freedom and how they protected and looked out for each other to make sure that no lives were lost.
Since his revelation, Williams has heard back from the museum.
They're taking it down from the internet and that they're no longer going to sell it.
He says they did not state whether they plan to return the quilt back to East Texas. In Lee, I'm Mariah Conduff for CBS 19.